Hi there, and welcome to another video podcast episode of the Holidays to Switzerland podcast. We've got another exciting episode today. We're going to be exploring Mount Titlis. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel for all of these beautiful video podcast episodes live on location. Or if you're listening on one of the podcast apps and you're missing out on all these beautiful images that my guest Olivia is going to show us today, you'll find the link to the YouTube channel in the description as well. So make sure you do check them out. So without further ado, let me introduce you to Olivia Hecht from Mount Titlis. Hi, Olivia.
Hi, Carolyn. Thank you for having us on your great podcast.
Oh, my pleasure. And looks like another perfect day in Switzerland there for
Yes,
us to have a look around.
it's a perfect day for a perfect podcast. So I'm really excited to show you guys around. So we'll have a great day.
Where are you at the moment, and how do we get to where you are?
Yes. So to Engelberg, it's actually very easy. You can take a train from Lucerne. And I just got here now from the train station by foot. It's a 10-minute walk. Or you can also take a shuttle bus, which we see right over there. And it brings you right to the front entrance of the cable car station. Yes. So once you actually get here, I'll take you guys inside now. You can actually walk in. I do recommend you get your tickets online to skip the queues when you arrive. That's always a good advantage.
Okay, good tip.
If not, we just have the ticket counters right here, which you can just queue up and basically get your ticket. And then we head into the entrance, which is lit in Titlis, and go through this tunnel to get to the cable car.
Okay, excellent. So is it just one cable car to get to the summit of Mount Titlis?
So for the normal operating hours, yes, you just take one cable car all the way up. We do have maintenance twice a year. So right after the winter season and before the winter season, then you would take the old route, which would be with the funicular. But don't worry, the entrances are right next to each other, and we always have staff on site to help you guys navigate should that situation match with your visitation. But generally, it's just one cable car up, which is this way. So you take an escalator up like this, and you just follow the signs basically and pictures to get there. Yes. So yeah, the cable car starts at 8:30. It's the first one. So you can early bird catch the first one. And the last descent from the top of the mountain is at 5 p.m.
Okay, so if someone is traveling all the way up to the summit, which of course we highly recommend, how long should they allow for that journey by cable car?
Yes. So we are at the first cable car now, which is like this. This cabin has a place for 8 people, and it takes approximately 20 minutes. So continuously 20 minutes until you reach the station stand. And that's where you change to our famous rotating cable car. And in total of a travel time, I would calculate about 25 to 30 minutes. Maybe in between by stand, you might maybe have to wait a few minutes since we have two revolving cable cars. But generally, it's a very nice journey of 25 to 30 minutes.
Okay, and are those cable cars, do they depart continuously, or are they on a set timetable?
No, so that's the nice advantage of here. You don't need to make any booking in advance of a specific time slot. So basically, when you arrive, get your ticket and you can go right ahead and just go in. As you see, I like to say it's like a sushi belt, continuously rotating. So we have over 200 of these cabins. So let's say every 10 seconds, there's a cabin coming. So it should be no problem.
Oh, excellent. So even in busy times, I imagine, yeah, you
Yes,
hardly have to wait at all.
exactly. Yes. So, did we soon our turn?
Now, maybe you could mention the times when you mentioned there that there is a short closure period. When
Okay.
does that take place?
So the revision times vary a little bit every year because depending on the weather. So what we need to do basically, because in winter time the cables they shrink, so we need to phase that one, and then for summertime they expand. So that are the times that we usually change. So once in spring and once in fall time, but we always update our website. So if you are not sure, you can always double check on our website if it will match with your visitation days.
Hmm.
But during the summer, you don't have to worry. There's nothing that would bump into for that one. But operations are ongoing all the time. And on the, except for November, in November, we have done the revision for the revolving cable car up on top of TITLIS. So that's when we close for 10 days.
Hmm.
Oh, a little bumpy right here. Exactly. So we then close for 10 days. And this year will be the last time, actually, we will have to close for the revision for the top of Mount Titlis because we have a new cable car, which will then operate during those revision dates. So starting next year, will be open every day.
Okay, fantastic. So no one has to miss out to get
Exactly.
right up to the summit. And yeah, maybe we'll talk a bit more about that new project a bit later on.
Yes.
What can we see now outside
So
the cable car
right
cabin?
now, we have a beautiful view on the town of Engelberg, which is a really nice and small town, I would say, but very authentic still. So this is really a beautiful escape from your daily routine, I would say, and to really experience the mountain area and the Swiss nature, basically. Yes.
It's a popular destination for hiking too, isn't it? And
Yes.
another thing, I mean, I know it's as you said, it's a small village, I guess, or small town, but there's
Yes.
actually a large monastery there, which is very impressive. And you can actually go and taste cheese
Exactly.
made by the monks from the monastery.
Yes. So our town actually is at 1,000 meters above sea level. So you definitely are already up in the mountains. So in this town, like you mentioned correctly, we have a monastery that has a history of over 900 years. So very beautiful, long history. They've maintained it very nicely. And you can also do a cheese tasting or a cheese workshop right next to the monastery, which is also very nice to have in the country of cheese and just enjoy the beautiful nature surrounding you. Let me change sides. So you can see here. Yes, we're going through the forest right now before we enter the big field.
Beautiful. Now, I've noticed on some of the cable cars, they have flags from other
Yeah.
countries. What do they represent anything in? I mean, is there a particular reason why certain countries are represented on the cabins?
So since we have a nice number of cable cars, so over 200 of them, we actually have each country represented on one cable car. And on the additional ones, we have the cantons of Switzerland. So this is a nice mission for you when you come visit to find your own one from Australia or for the other guests, of course, who visit from all over the world. It's always a fun thing to do when they're going up the mountain. Educational and experiencing.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Now, a lot of our audience, when they come to Switzerland, they'll be traveling with the Swiss Travel Pass,
Hmm.
which is obviously offers free public transport across the country. But can they get a discount off their Mount Titlis tickets with the Swiss Travel Pass?
Yes. So, of course, we like to encourage the use of public transport as well. And so you can get 50% off with the Swiss Travel Pass for the cable car ticket. So you can also, when you buy it online, you can also write down if you have a Swiss Travel Pass or not. They will probably ask you for the number of your Swiss Travel Pass. You just type that in, and then the discount should be applied automatically. or at the ticket counter, you just show it as well, and then you can get the discount.
Okay, that's great to know. Excellent. Good. Now, is there anything that Mount Titlis is particularly famous for?
I would say besides the rotating or revolving cable car up on top, you of course have many, many activities. So the nice thing about our destination, we are an all year round destination. So we have summer activities as well as winter activities, which is really great. So we have ranging activities for families with children, for maybe a guest who are more senior and will take it more easy or more relaxed, as well as for the adventure, the adrenaline seeking guests. We have many activities. So, summer, I would say the most popular one would be hiking. So, we have easy walks through the forest, or at the next middle station that we have, it's called Trübsee Station. There's a beautiful lake actually right next to it, and you can walk around it. And we also have some barbecue areas that are public, so they're free of charge to use, and you can just enjoy the nice scenery there in the sun, and also maybe have a dip in the lake if you would like. And also more for the adventure seeking ones, more I would say experienced hikers. We have a beautiful track called Four Lake Hike, which takes approximately 4 to 6 hours depending on the route you choose. And you pass four beautiful lakes, starting with our one here. And besides that, mountain biking is an option, paragliding is an option, mountain climbing is an option, or just simply enjoying our mountain. There's a wide variety for it.
Mm,
Everybody, every age.
yeah, and it's one of the mountains in Switzerland that you can actually see and feel snow all year round, isn't it?
Exactly. Yes. So the nice thing for us as well, you can actually experience two seasons in one day. So as you see, we're starting in the nice green for the summer, and all the way on top, since we're the highest mountain in central Switzerland, we have snow all year round at the top of Mount Titlis, which makes it even more exciting. We even have a snow tubing activity all the way up on top that you can do on the glacier park, which is also very special for in summertime.
And there's also a pretty spectacular it's a suspension bridge, I guess, isn't it? Like the cliff walk.
Correct, exactly. So when you're at the top of the mountain, we have the highest suspension bridge of Europe. So that's a very exciting thing to do as well. You can walk across the suspension bridge. It's about 150 meters long, and you have to view on all the mountains surrounding us. And if you need a little bit to cool down all the way on top, we also have the glacier cave, which is free of charge as well. You can just walk right through it. We have some nice photo zones inside, a throne made of ice. So you can have a nice picture there as well. And we really a wide range of activities I can do free of charge or basically included in your ticket.
Mhm. Wonderful. Okay, so obviously, I'm sure everyone who's watching or listening to this is pretty keen to visit Mount Titlis. Is it? Oh, are the cabins, the cable car cabins, are they suitable for wheelchair access?
Yes, they are. So like I mentioned, we have actually space for 8 people in this cabin, and these benches are actually possible to lift up if needed. So generally, a wheelchair can fit comfortably inside just so, but depending on probably how many people or what else you might bring, we can help you, of course, adjust the cabin for you. If you can inform us in advance, even better. But if not, there's always staff on site who can help you manage that. No problem.
That's excellent to know. And does that also apply if families are traveling like with children in prams or pushchairs?
Yes, exactly. So even the boogies or the trolleys, everything they fit in also nicely just so. But of course, I'm saying depending on how many family members are traveling, if you
Mhm.
want to all fit in together, I think that would make things a little bit easier.
Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. So where are we arriving? Because you've come inside.
So we've just arrived at the middle station, at Tripsy Station. The doors open automatically. I'll briefly exit to show you. how it looks like outside, since this is where we have our beautiful lake, Trupse. So as you come out of the station, you're greeted with this amazing view, peaceful, quiet area. Okay. And all the way up there is actually TITLIS. We can see it already.
Yeah.
So this area is really popular for the families, for hikers. Maybe we want to just have a nice walk. So this area I really recommend because you would say it's my favorite space, but also a nice hidden gem. Not many people know about it or have the time to actually explore it. Well, yes, the dog agrees. And we also have fun activities here, which you might see in a second. We actually have a zip line right up top of the station, which then zips all the way through down to reach you to the lake area. So that one I definitely recommend. Anyone can do it. It's
Yeah.
really fun, not
I've done it.
scary at all.
So
Very good.
if I can do it, anyone can do it.
Very good. So listen to Carolyn. She knows what's good.
So, do you recommend that people would stop at Trubsay on the way up the mountain or on the way back? What's your preference?
So I would say you're very flexible. So the good thing about your ticket is you can exit this space actually for free twice. So you can choose on your way up. You can exit like we just did now first and explore the fairly empty space, I would say, for yourself, and then go up to the top, or go all the way to the top first, explore the snow, and then come back down in the afternoon to soak up the sun and exit before you go down the mountain. I would say for activities, it's great if you exit here first when you're on the way up, because then there's not as many people yet. Because in the afternoon, the hikers will be down here, the mountain bikers are done with their activity, maybe some groups as well. But nonetheless, even if there's more people, this space is so spacious, this whole area, you won't feel like it's crowded at all, which is another benefit. Because on the top of the mountain, we have only so much space. So right here, it's really an open canvas. And right there, let me flip the camera around. This is the
Yeah,
Lake Trupse.
beautiful.
And you can actually walk all around the lake, and it's fairly flat. So really families, maybe people who can hike as steep or as adventurous in that sense, they can easily go with this route. For families and with children, we also have a nice playground right over there, including a barbecue space, which are also placed around the lake. We also have benches around. So it's really something for everybody, no problem.
Yeah, and it's actually even possible to stay at Trubsay there, isn't it?
Yes. So at the moment, like you mentioned, we actually have some projects going on. So at the moment during the summertime, it is not possible, but usually you would be able to. In wintertime, it's actually a great place for the ski and ski out community to be on the slopes first thing in the morning. But after the projects are done, I definitely do recommend taking a chance to stay here, because once the cable car is closed after 5, you have the mountain to yourself. And at night, you can enjoy the sky with the stars and just have a peaceful stay right here in the middle of the mountain.
Yeah, lovely.
We do have some restaurants here, actually. So you are very flexible in this as well. You can choose to eat up top on the mountain, or here actually at the middle station, we have a self-service restaurant. And starting next year, we also have a new surf restaurant, which is very exciting. So you can definitely taste a variety of local cuisine and fusion mixed with other cultures as well.
Okay, plenty of choice then.
Exactly. You won't go hungry on Mount Titlis.
Wow, those views are just magnificent.
So I can't complain about my
N-
workplace.
No, definitely not. Does the temperature differ much between Trubsay, where you are, and the top of Mount Titlis?
Yes. So I would say actually Trupse is a very nice place. I'm wearing a jacket now for the top, but I'm starting to sweat. Um, so it's actually very pleasant right here. You don't necessarily need a jacket because it's quite protected from the wind as well. Up on top of Mount Titlis, you definitely do need a jacket. Can get windy at times as well. So, so up on top of the mountain, it's about 5 to 7 degrees. And then you have, of course, the glacier cave as well, which then will be -1. But right here at Troopsa, it's very pleasant, actually, no problem.
Okay, great. So we're recording this in June, middle of June.
Yes,
So for anyone watching, 5 to 7 degrees Celsius in summer on the top of Mount Titlis. So
exactly.
definitely take a coat.
Yes. So when you walk back in, you just back where we got off and just join one of the cabins to go back up.
Okay, we're off again from Troubse to the next station, which is Stand.
Yes, exactly. So Tripsa is at 1,800 meters, which is really great. So I'll briefly show you the lake one more time. So you can see it from the cable car, and we have a beautiful, nice big field, which in summertime will be filled then with flowers. They're still growing right now. And we also have a nice path that goes to the waterfall in the back there, which takes about, let's say, 30 minutes from the cable car station. Also worth a visit. And now we're going to continue up to about 2,200 meters for the next 10 minets
Okay,
travel
great.
time.
Good. And is there anything actually to do at Stand, or is it just the changeover point for the next and final cable car?
Yes, so at Stand in summertime, it's really more of a transfer point. In wintertime, then it gets a little bit more lively for sure, because then we'll have the ski hut actually open for the winter sports guests. So they can also then continue there to the other skiing slopes, which right now are turning more and more green
Mm-hmm.
as you proceed. But this side actually is the official skiing slope area. And then on the opposite side is the official, unofficial off slope area where they do the free riding in the winter time.
Okay,
Yes.
great.
Mhm.
Olivia, you mentioned earlier that there's a new project going on at the moment. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, of course. So we have three projects in total. So the first one actually has to do with our revolving cable car, which is the basically the extra cable car that we will use during the maintenance period. So that one is already complete, but will only start operating next year. At the moment, it's being used for material transport. Then the second project, we might see a little bit. There's a tower all the way on the top of the mountain. So that one's being basically expanded right now. So that tower will be complete in about a year. So the time is coming closer and closer to be able to enjoy it. So the tower before was a telecommunication tower and not open for the public. But starting next year, we'll have three new exciting spots basically. So the top of the tower will be a viewing platform. It'll be outdoors and you have 360-degree view uninterrupted, which is
Wow.
exciting. The tower itself is about, I would say, 70 to 80 meters tall or high. So you'll have a really nice view on everything around you. Then the second level will be a new restaurant. It's a fine dining a la carte restaurant. So what can you wish more for? A nice meal and a
Mm.
great view. And that will have a capacity of about 100 to 120 people. So best to get a reservation in advance. And the third level will be then a Rolex boutique. So very Swiss. Get a watch when you're in Switzerland.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that sounds wonderful. How long has the project been going on for?
Mhm. Yes. So in total, it's been about 3 years, including next year. So we're in the end stretch of it since we can only do construction during the summertime. In wintertime, we have to pause the process due to the snow. So it extends the time period a little bit, but are very exciting. It's coming closer and closer. So one more
Mm.
year to go.
Yeah, great. So if anyone is
Yes.
visiting Mount Titlis this year, well, they'll definitely have to go back again when the tower has opened.
Exactly. You come back every year to see the process of our other projects as well.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so we've arrived at stand.
Yes.
You've got out of the first cable car, and now
Yes.
we're ready to ride on the rotating cable car. What can you
Yes.
tell us about it?
Exactly. So as you can see behind me, this is the rotating cable car or TITLIS rotaire. It's just about to depart. So we have two in total. And the really exciting part is it rotates during your journey, during your 5-minute journey, 360 degrees. So you get basically a panoramic view as you ascend to the top of Mount Titlis, which is really special. You don't have to fight for the best seat or position. You just get a window seat and you get to enjoy it. Hopefully you can hear me.
Yeah, definitely we can.
Yes,
Yes.
great. And so we have two that go at the same time. So they will meet in the middle. And it's just really an amazing thing to experience, to have the view, to have the cable car, and then you reach the top in 5 minutes. It's quite a fast time. So this is the view from the platform, and that's the top right there.
Great. Okay. Well, yeah, it's exciting that we're about to go for a ride in it.
Yes. So behind me, you actually see the ski hut stand. I'm not sure if you can see it right there.
Uh-huh.
So in summertime, it's not open, so we don't use it then. So mainly for winter time, when you then can go have a lunch, have a drink when you're on the slopes.
Right. Okay. So yes, you did mention earlier that in summer stand is really just a transfer point.
Yes, yes, exactly. So actually behind me, we can see the TITLIS Connect, which is the new cable car next to the rotaire. So you can see it's very close, so you don't have to worry that you have to maybe go for a detour or anything in November. It's really easy access point and it's exactly the same route. The difference will be it's not a rotating cable car, but at least we get to go up to the mountain and enjoy the experience.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, the Rocher has just arrived. I can hear lots of
Yes.
excited passengers there ready to board.
Exactly.
So, how many people can fit in the Rotaire cabins?
So the maximum capacity is 80 people. So in summertime, we usually fill it as much as possible. In wintertime, we reduce it actually to about 55, just because we'll have gear with us, the skis, the boards, and the backpacks, perhaps.
Hmm.
So it varies between the seasons, but I would say an average of 70 to 80 in summertime is no problem.
Okay, good. And as you mentioned, it's just a 5-minute journey.
Yes, exactly. So I'll flip the camera around for you guys so you can see the view as soon as it starts. So you can see the lake troops and also even the hiking path actually surrounding the lake, which is great. So it's really nice how every time you come up here, depending on the season, you just have a different perspective again, which is amazing. So in summertime, you have all the green, and you will start seeing some of the white soon. And in wintertime, of course, then everything white.
Yeah. And it just feels so gentle too as it turns.
Yes. When I mentioned that we have a rotating cable car, the question is, won't they get busy? Like, no, no,
Uh-huh.
it's not fast at all. It's a slow turning experience. So you can really take in the view. So really, no need to worry about that one.
Yeah. Swiss engineering at its best.
Yes.
How long has the rotating cable car been operating?
Yes. So actually, this one was launched in year 1992.
Is it still the only one in the world?
So in the world, they have about 3 or 4 in total now in the meantime. But in Switzerland, we are the only rotating cable car at the moment. Yes.
Okay. Definitely a good reason or another good reason to visit Mount Titlis.
So we're approaching the top already. So you see now the progress of our projects. But I'll show you more in detail as we go outside.
Okay. Those mountain views are just amazing.
Yes. Did that a little bit. So over there, actually, you see the other 3 lakes from the 4-lake hike.
Ah, okay.
So you start at Trupse, you cross over Bjochpas, and then you cross all the way over there. And the views are just as amazing in person there as well.
Yeah.
We'll exit on the other side. I'll let the group exit first.
Okay, we've experienced the amazing revolving Rotair cable car, and
Yes,
we're now at the top station on the summit of
correct.
Mount Titlis. Yeah, okay. I can see a sign there behind you for Glacier
Mhm.
Cave. So tell
Yes.
us about that, and can we have a look inside?
Of course, you have to. So when you arrive with the road tour, actually on the same level is the Glacier Cave activity, which is free of charge. So you basically just follow the sign and walk straight through. So this is the part I definitely recommend wearing your jackets. It will be much cooler inside considering it's a true natural glacier, which has been here for over 5,000 years already. We'll pass through these doors. Let me show you. Then you'll see the sign, Glacier Cave. Watch your head here. And then we go through these rotating doors. Important, you have to push yourself. It's not automatic.
Okay.
Saving energy. And then you walk through here. And we arrive at Glacier Cave. Watch your step here. So generally it's fine with normal shoes as well. I'm wearing sneakers myself today to prove it. But of course, you're free to wear your hiking boots if you have, or more profile shoes. It's always better. We also have these nice handles here as a support to guide you through the tunnel, the Glacier Cave. You can also find our good friend from Ice Age right here. If you can see him.
Yeah.
And this is the Glacier Cave in
Okay.
its natural state.
Yeah, so you can actually touch the glacier.
Exactly. It's really
So it's about -1 Celsius in there, is that right?
exactly. So we try to keep it at -1 at a stable temperature. You see these fans here on the side, so they'll spur out some cool air, especially in summertime when we have more body heat coming in. We want to maintain that as much as possible. The tunnel itself is about 150 meters long. And at the moment, you can walk in the one way and you return the same way. After the project is done, you will be open through a tunnel. At the moment, it will be a one way in, one way out.
Okay.
So, yes, watch your heads when you're in here. We have a bed right here. You can have a little sleeping beauty moment. And also the ice throne I mentioned. Let me see. Like this. That's it. And then basically back there, you turn around, then to go back out
Okay.
where we came in. Sorry. So this is on the first floor. Then once you exit the Glacier Cave, you can either take the elevator or the stairs to go outside in the snow. So that's where the next adventure awaits you.
Okay.
Oh, let me show you guys. Okay, so we're walking back. We also have a frozen gin here. So for the gin lovers, this is actually a little hint to our gin collection we have in the Hotel Terrace, which is in Engelberg. At the moment, we have a collection of 1,700 different types of gins that you can find there. So we also have a TITLIS gin actually from ourselves, so you can have a taste for that one. It looks like at the revolving door. Exactly. So just follow the sign of exit to station. So when you arrive actually at the top of Mount Titlis, we have 3 ways to get to the 5th floor. So the easiest way is actually taking the stairs. Just take it easy, as the altitude might make it a bit more challenging. Then we have 2 elevators. One goes directly from the 1st floor to the 5th floor, and the other one stops at each floor from 1 to 4. So when you take this elevator, when you take it to the 4th floor, you walk the last floor by the stairs. So let's see. Quickly walk the stairs. Okay, so we're at the 5th floor right now. So as I mentioned, there's 2 ways. So you can walk up the stairs or take the elevator. So when you exit, you'll see this sliding door, and that's where you exit. I do recommend bringing some sunglasses with you, as it can be quite bright, to protect the eyes, and sunscreen. Very important. As you exit, you get to this platform. You can see we're at 10,000 feet or 3,020 meters above sea level. And we have a beautiful view. We also have very nice binoculars. When you look through, they'll actually name the mountains that you can see. So it's a worth a look. And on the opposite side, on a beautiful day like this, you can actually see all the way to Jungfrau area, which is right over there. Those 3 peaks right there, that's the Jungfrau area. And this is the view from this side. We also have a small little snack area. You can get some cup noodles, some refreshments, and then sit here on the terrace part. Okay, so you see the tower over there? That's a good say vantage point. If you're not sure where to go, you just follow the tower. Okay. So right here, you can follow the path here. See, we've reached the snow area. We actually, in summertime, we cover certain surfaces to protect the snow, or the glacier actually, to be specific. Since in summertime, the sun can be quite strong. So this is how we help the glacier. So we have some signs here prepped up, show you to coordinate. So the cliff walk, this is the suspension bridge. Then the glacier park is where you can do the snow tubing. We have a viewing platform, and then here back to the main station. So follow the path right here. And this is where we have the snow. So from the building right there to the cliff walk, I would say it's about 8 to 10 minutes. Since we are at 3,000 meters above sea level, the air gets a bit more dry. So remember to bring water or something to drink with you. And just enjoy the view slow and steady. Simply. So we also have a platform up there with the I Love Titlis sign. Can walk up this path and then return. And in winter time is actually, this is where the ski slopes start. So for this part, it's definitely good if you have shoes that are waterproof or more sturdy, since you'll be walking on the snow. So you can rent some boots at the valley station for the day, so you don't have to worry about your shoes, and your own shoes you can just deposit there. Okay, so we have arrived now by the entrance of the cliff walk and ice flyer. So you'll see this station. This is the ice flyer chairlift, and this tunnel or cube here you walk through to get to the cliff walk. So let me flip the camera around for you to see. You can already have a glimpse of the cliff walk as you exit with the amazing view, which is right here. So this is the beginning of the cliff walk, and this is Europe's highest suspension bridge, our TITLIS cliff walk. So the cliff walk is about 150 meters long, and you can, of course, walk on it to see more of the view. You can walk all the way to the end over there, and then you walk the same way back. Flip it around for you to see. So see the view. Incredible. So I do definitely recommend you walking all the way to the end, because from there you have another stunning view of the Alps and the mountain range around us. We've reached the end of the cliff walk. So right there, you can see Eigerberg and Jungfrau over there. Stunning view.
So thank you so much, Olivia, for taking us on this beautiful tour of Mount Titlis and showing us everything that there is to see and do there. It's been a really wonderful experience, and I'm sure that anyone who perhaps wasn't thinking of visiting Mount Titlis, that now they definitely will be.
Yes, for sure. Thank you so much again for joining me on this trip up to Mount Titlis, and I hope to see many of you guys up here. Maybe if you bump into us, just let us know you're coming from the podcast. That would be great to hear as well. And yeah, we can come and enjoy the view on Mount Titlis.
Absolutely. Thanks again, Olivia. And yeah, just a reminder to subscribe to the YouTube channel to watch more of these live on location videos, or subscribe on your favorite podcast app so you never miss an episode. We'll be back again soon with another of these live on location videos. And till then, happy travel planning.
Bye.